Do you guys like the new intro?
Dude, that was nice, man. That would look really good.
Clean. Love it.
I'm gonna do what Emperor said on or the guy who plays the Emperor. Roll it again. All right, I roll it again. So, hello everyone.
Once more.
No, that's it. That's it. People are gonna start leaving us. Well, a huge shout out to my friend Anthony because he was the one who did this amazing intro, and we're still working on a couple things. So stay tuned for that. But thanks, Anthony, for
Of course, man. Of course, man.
amazing job. He also did an intro for the Between Collectors too. So I'm just gonna put it just for the sake of it. All right, enough with the intros. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, so many intros!"
Rocking the intros, man.
I know, right? But so today we have episode 2 of Between Collectors with this fine gentleman here in the show. And as you know, if you were in the first episode, this show is a bit different. This is from collectors to collectors. So we're going to talk about a lot of things, a lot of topics going on. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Catwoman. We're going to talk about hot toys. We're going to talk about statues. And then, we're just going to go into questions to everyone here on the panel just to get their insights and opinions about, how to collect, how do they expense for their collection, what is the best approach when it comes to financial responsibility? Because yes, this is an expensive hobby, so you need to make sure you can budget yourself so you don't kill yourself and you don't become, or you don't go to the hole like I did. But before we start, I'm going to say hi to the awesome panel. Anthony, Six Hill Mafia in the house.
Hey, how's it going, guys, tonight?
We have Joao from the Third Party Reviews.
How's everyone?
And then we have the artist here, Jesse from Metamorphic Costumes.
Hey, folks. Good evening. Hope everyone's doing well.
And our new guest, it's a pleasure to have him here on the show. He's part of MCE. He has his channel, HYPERDRIVE. As you can see, he loves Star Wars. I don't know if you can tell. We have the Medinalorian, Jorge.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's up?
Thanks for having me, man.
My pleasure. Thanks for joining us tonight. And I'm going to say hi to the people on the chat because it is usual. We have Fabio from Fast Figures in the house. What's up, my friend? Prime Time Reviews. We have Six Hill Mafia too. We have Javier Aguilar. Let me see the video. The video's here, my friend. Combat Evolve. We have DK, 2K3, Brother Cousins in the house. What's up, my friend? And Six Skill Collector. So far, that's what we have in the chat. And please make sure you share this because we're gonna get more people. And as you know, last episode 1, a lot of people, we got a good feedback, guys, from for the episode 1. People liked it. We got the deep personal. We spoke about a lot of topics that normally is not touched in the community, but we try our best to share what we have. And I want to ask you guys if you can ask us questions. Anything you feel is relevant, anything that is meaningful to us, ask us the question. We will put it on the chat or on the screen rather. And we will answer it, the best we can. So, we're gonna start talking about something that I wasn't expected, or expected. I don't know. I'm gonna start with Anthony on this one. So we got Catwoman. Did you?
We did.
I know. Did you expect that?
No,
I wasn't.
No, but the Hot Toys is Hot Toys, right? They do things that are just, like I said, like Pennywise probably gonna come out on Christmas. That's like a Hot Toys move. Nothing makes sense with these guys. Whether or not I would pick it up, probably not, just because one, I don't have any DC. 2, I don't like this trilogy, and 3, that suit just fell apart. Right? Is this the same suit? So I don't know. We'll have to see.
It seems so.
It seems to be, right. It's a repaint. Yeah. Definitely a repaint. The Hasbro looks much better.
Yeah, it does. Just I like the base. I'm glad Hot Toys is doing more and more interesting bases, but yeah, I'm even if I enjoyed it, I just don't know if it's going to fall apart. That's a huge concern. They didn't address that either. You'd think that they would address that if indeed they fixed it. So omitting that information makes me skeptical. I don't know.
Well, true. I'm gonna go to Joel with this one. So now we're kind of seeing a pattern going on in terms of bases. Yes, it might be something minor for some people. To me, it's a huge deal, right? Because I'm kind of tired of the same bases, the same reusable bases over and
Sure.
over and over and over again. What they doing now is kind of smart. Like, look what happened with the Spider-Man, the integrated suit, right? They included a very nice diorama, right, with tentacles, with a bunch of things going on, something different, right? Something that you can actually use, take pictures if you want. But now with this Catwoman 2.0, I will say, or 3.0, I think it's 2.0. Now they're including that awesome base, pretty much same accessories. But what's your take about that? Do you think Hot Toys is doing something in terms of adding new stuff, making better bases for people?
I think the base looks amazing. I think this base, it's from the part where Bane is fighting with Batman.
Yep.
I think it's in the sewer.
Yeah.
This base looks amazing. For the figure itself, I had the first version. I didn't have problem with the suit, but with the boots. The boots start to peel off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not getting this one because I already pre-ordered the Queen Studios one, the 1/6 scale, the one with the Batpod. I think that one looks great, and it's like I was saying yesterday in the group. It's more life proof. At least that one will not peel because it's a statue. But this one, I also have a question. I don't know if the mask is removable because they don't mention it on the details. If you can remove the mask or the mask is fixed on the head.
I had the same question.
And they didn't say as well if the suit is improved or if it's the same one.
Right.
But these series, these sell. Hot Toys only does this because they know this will sell.
True.
I agree.
Now, my question is, are they going to do a new Bane? Probably. I can see Hot Toys redoing Bane.
Or new
But
Joker.
where is Joker? Where is Joker, right?
Exactly.
That's what everyone is waiting, is a Joker. I think Hot Toys will give you a rooted hair Joker this time. I think.
Jorge, what do you think about
Let's
this? Thanks, Joao. That's a good point. Actually, comparing the Queen Studios now with Hot Toys, once it's called, this is a topic that we're gonna discuss about statues and figures. But what is your take on this, Jorge? In terms of, we have Catwoman now, a 2.0. We've seen the Dark Knight already. Two-Face was released, right? The 2.0 is sold out now. Where's Joker? Where's Bane? And are we gonna see those coming very soon? What do you think?
I'm not a big fan of re-releases. So when these things are happening, I kind of feel bad for the guys who did get it ahead of time. But at the same time, I understand the whole thing with with people who weren't able to pick it up initially. One thing I do like that they're doing lately is they're adding in these bases, and I feel like that's upping the or at least changing the figure enough for me to see a reason to make it again. And then and for a guy like me who doesn't have the time to create these, the dioramas, but I've seen Desi's work over here on Instagram, and that stuff looks freaking awesome. So when it comes with some stuff for me that I could get some quick pictures in and try to make my Instagram page look a little bit like his, I'm kind of happy about that. So so that stuff I like a lot. So yeah, I mean, I'd never collected this one from the beginning. I do like this trilogy, but like Anthony, I'm not a big DC collector. I don't have a lot of that stuff. So
Fair point. And Compatible, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. He said, "I say Queen 1/6 Catwoman Batpod statue is better." And we're gonna have a topic about. We're gonna talk about this because I'm just gonna give a shout out to my friend Will from Will Foxification. He discussed this in his channel the other day, and we had a really good conversation. And it's really good to know from people who actually collect statues. I like statues, but I don't collect them because because of the space, but it's kind of interesting to see the perspective of all collectors, and see the preferences, and why do they want this or they don't want that, right? We're going to talk about that in the show as well, because I think it's a good topic of discussion, right? Jesse, so we all of us spoke about this figure right now. We're talking about concerns about the mask. Can you remove it? Concerns about the suit. Is it going to peel off over time? Is it the same material? What is your gut feeling telling you? Do you think Hot Toys learn from their mistakes and trying to revamp this figure a little bit better so the quality is there?
I think first we have to ask ourselves, does Hot Toys think they made a mistake? I know that the answer to that sounds obvious to us, but they sometimes, what we can see here, right? And it was a good question. Did they improve the suit? They didn't mention anything. The only thing they mentioned is that it's a new paint app on the head. And that is clear when you take a comparison shot of this new head versus the old. It is different. If it's the same sculpt, that paint went, the new paint went very far. We know it's a new mask sculpt. That's a new tool because that mask is different than the first one. So I don't know if the first one or this one is more accurate, but it is different. And then I have the question: can you remove the mask? That's interesting.
Could that be a surprise?
I don't know. The suit does look a little different as far as tailoring, right? But and then we've got the base. That base is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a little biased there, right? But that base looks.
I wonder why.
Yeah. I don't know. And then I was this close to getting the Queen Studio 6 scale. Very close, because I do have Hot Toys 6 scale figures from this line, but I never had her. So I don't know whether I might get this now to complete the line. I'm missing this one in Bane.
So, question, because I mean, I'm like, I started collecting 6 scale figures in 2020, like mid 2020s when I started, and I got quite a bit. But so I'm just, this is like my first pass at the re-releases from Hot Toys. Sideshow just re-released the General Grievous, which was just a complete reprint of the original figure. And I have that one on order, so I was like really pissed off about that. Does Hot Toys do the same thing? It seems like they're at least trying to make some improvements, but do they do that where they just re-release it identical?
Yeah,
they do.
For the most part, they do. I got my first, if I could, I got my first Hot Toy back in 2007, and I collected until 2012, and I stopped for like 5 years. And the reason I stopped was because I saw that, okay, now it was hard to keep up with, and it seemed like, okay, they're doing every figure instead of just doing specific characters, and they're kind of starting to re-release things now, especially with the Iron Man. That's when it really, really started to hit.
Right.
So I stopped collecting until about 2017, and then I came back. And during that time, I collected statues. But to answer your question, long answer to your question is, yeah, they do reissues.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Not often, though.
Okay.
I mean, we can be fair
often.
on that. That's a fair assessment. It's not often, but they do them.
Okay.
It's not rare, but it's not quite often.
And this
That
one
makes
really, technically speaking, it's more like a variant or a 2.0. It's not a reissue.
Exactly.
Because
It
it's
depends
Right, and that's
what
what I
you
meant,
call
like the actual reissues.
It depends
'cause
what
they've
you
got the
call a
label.
reissue.
Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
back to like the history of toys. How many variants of Star Wars on cards, just with the different packaging are there? Figures, original figures.
Exactly, and that I get. So like what you're saying right there, that's good. A 2.0 means that there could be some changes. Obviously, there's a different base, but like with the Grievous, I mean, they didn't even change the stamping on the bottom of the base. The base was identical to the one that came out before, and I had that one, and I got rid of it. It's because of how bad the joints were.
Bad one.
Yeah, I don't think that one was a re-release. I think that was a fuck up.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because-
it's the category.
I'm sorry, I have to tell like it is, because it was. I had the figure. I had the I actually returned it because I didn't. I was surprised. I mean, I'm trying to be as fair. If you guys know me already. I'm very fair with my scores. I'm trying to be fair with everything, right? And I give it a shot. I did. When I did the review of the Grievous, it was. I mean, it's a good looking figure, yes, but that was not what I was told. I was told improved joints, meaning more sturdy, so you can actually do poses. Better paint application, some improvements here and there. But when I got the figure, I mean, I didn't own the first one, but to me, it was, oh my god, it was so fragile. I was afraid to even like do anything with that figure. So I said, okay, then this I should say, you know what, we're gonna send joints so you guys can fix this, whatever. I got the joints. I just got 2 joints for the single arms, and I was pissed about it. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is a $300-something figure. It is not fair for you, for the collector, for me, the buyer, the consumer, who paid the money to get this crap. It's not
Right.
fair, It's not fair. I return it, and I said it like it is because it is true. Now, whether now maybe they improve it now, maybe it's a better version, good. But they missed out the opportunity, to make this better from the start. You cannot just kind of like do something and then say, oh shoot, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna fix it later. What's the point?
Yeah, no.
Right.
But that's the difference between Hot Toys and Sideshow.
Right.
I mean, like Hot Toys doesn't do that shit.
Right.
I mean, they've had some kind of duds, but nothing like as disastrous as Grievous. Like that was just like an insult to the fan base,
It was
to your customers, rather.
To me,
Right.
it was a missed opportunity to prove themselves that they can be up to par with Hot Toys. Of course, we know Hot Toys quality is here, but if they would have done a better work, I'm telling you, we would have the discussion right now. We would be praising the figure and say, wow, they did a really good job. They improved on this, they improved on that, but they missed that opportunity. And for a business perspective, it's bad. When you have your chance to shine, you need to take advantage of your chance to shine. Not just gonna do something and then, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But whatever. It is what it is.
But we also need to check what's the difference between a reissue and a new variant. For example, you got Jack Sparrow, right? They did a DX06 and then they did a DX15. That comes with a completely different base and different head. The head is different. But you have the new Marty McFly, for example. They just had a dog and the head sculpt changed a bit. I don't know if that's a reissue or if you call
that's
that a new
2.0.
variant.
Yeah.
That's a 2.0, I think. Yeah, because as soon as they add, and Desi, we had the discussion many streams ago, and we got all the perspectives, that, I don't mind reissues, but instead of just kind of call it plain reissue, just do like a 2.0 type of thing. Add something to it. Add an extra base like they did with Catwoman. Improve the head sculpt. Improve the mask. Improve the tailoring. All those things. It's a 2.0 right there, right?
Yeah, just innovate. Just make it better.
Make it better
than the last one.
Right.
Because
right.
straight reissues, I'm not a fan of. Like War Machine Mark 1, for example, it says reissue like on all the adverts. Like it is just copy of the original.
And Mark
I'm not a fan of
46, Mark 46
right,
also,
there's
right?
a few like that.
Right. And Andrew James 199, thank you, my friend. He said, kind of late, but I'm glad to be here. Smash the like. Yes, smash the like button. We have over 50 people watching. Let's hit the like button. I put all these fine gentlemen's link in the description below. So if you want to follow them, make sure you do. All right. So somebody asked a good question. I actually put it on the screen and took it out. Okay. So nothing wrong with a re-release if they can improve the figure. And I do agree with that. Nothing wrong with that as long as they improve it. What Sideshow did was not improving. It was pretty much giving you the exact same thing. I don't know now if they improved the figure. I'm guessing that they're
the damage has been done.
But damage has been done.
But by the way, what Sideshow did, I didn't find anything wrong with it except the fact that they alluded to it being better. If they would have just said, hey, we're releasing the same thing, you guys know what you're getting, it's $285. If Hot Toys released this, yes, the quality would be better and you'd be paying $700 or $600, then that's fine because you're paying $285 instead of whatever. I'm not going to get it, but I knew that from the beginning, right? Like, that's the only thing I think they did wrong with that, I have to say.
Or they could have said, we didn't sell well the first time, we got a lot of stock, and we want to sell it again for a better price.
Exactly.
So Carlos says, I ordered the Sideshow Grievous, and after watching your video, I canceled. It was horrible figure when it first came out, and then releases was same pile of. Yeah, I agree. So it was a tough one, man. I admire the guy who did the Unsealed and Revealed guy something. When he did the
I felt
posting.
so bad for him, dude.
I'm telling you, now I understand his pain. It was not easy for sure, but yeah. So that's a good. I mean, it is what it is. I have to be honest. I cannot tell you guys to buy something if it's trash. I can't. I would not be able to sleep at night. Is Popsic in the house? Late, but I'm here. That's what it counts.
Hey, welcome.
And then we have Will from Will Foxification. Shout out to you, my friend. And talking about Will, because Will is on the chat. We discussed about if Pennywise is released, we're gonna do a live stream, and he's gonna wear the Loki helmet. So he has his screwdriver already, and he's gonna put the Loki helmet with the wig, and we're gonna do the live stream when freaking Pennywise is announced. So hope so, man.
Awesome.
I really hope so. So let's talk about this topic, because we were talking about Queen Studios, we were talking about Hot Toys. So let's and again, this is something that Will discussed on his show the other day, and I think it was very interesting the way they discuss about quarter scales and statues. But for you guys, and I'm gonna start with Jorge on this one. Do you prefer Hot Toys figures or statues?
Man, if you asked me that question about 3 years ago, I would have flat out said statues. But the Hot Toys have
It's okay to prefer both, though. It's
yeah,
not
I
you have
kind of
to
like
choose
them
one.
both. Yeah, I kind of like them both, and for certain reasons, like the statues, I like the size and obviously a lot of the detail. When you see the bigger ones, especially like the 1/3 scale and half scale statues, it's insane to see the art and the artistry that goes into something like that, and like the silicone pieces. But what I love about the Hot Toys is that one, I really like posing. I didn't realize that I was gonna like posing as much as I do. So it's a lot of fun. I feel like I got more interaction with the collectible that I have, and that when it's on display, it's not just the piece that I bought, but also my little bit of creativity has gone into the way this display looks now. It's because of how I pose the character or what I make it look like. And then the other thing is the variety that Hot Toys has as opposed to statues. Statues, they make a lot of the same characters, a lot, over and over. And I noticed, at least with Hot Toys, that you see a lot of different characters being made. Like I see a huge amount of characters being made, and then there's a big following behind it, which is awesome. So yeah, that's the long answer, I guess.
No. It's perfectly fine. And you have that 1/4 scale, and I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, my friend, because you have that nice 1/4 scale Mando.
Mm-hmm.
That's a prime version from Sideshow, correct?
Premium format, yeah.
Premium format, sorry. Yeah, it looks pretty sick.
It looks better than I thought, honestly.
It does. Yeah. It really does. I really was expecting not to like this one, and I was gonna end up saying some stuff that probably get me in trouble with Sideshow. But
it looks good. They did a good job.
I like it. There's a little bit of an awkward twist going on in the waist. I think they could have just moved that a little bit more. He's got kind of a catwalk stance to him, in my opinion. But this whole thing, the way they keyed in the prim, the detail in the paint, it's got a lot of weathering in here that grime in the armor a little bit when you get close to the edges. They did a really nice job with the paint on this thing. It's a good piece.
Right, and I'm gonna get the 1/4 scale from Hot Toys, and just by looking at that one, I'm like, wow, that one looks pretty good as well. So Desi, what do you prefer, Hot Toys figures or statues, or both, or none? Or such figure arts, or Funko Pops, or whatever.
Wait, this isn't a live stream about cars? I thought we were here to talk about cars. Anyways.
Hot Wheels.
Vintage.
No, I have to probably Hot Toys. I have both. Ultimately, what is better? Okay, I'll say statues, right? Ultimately, that's the ultimate, right? But the problem I find with that, for me personally, and this is a very personal thing to everyone, right? Is okay, not only the price, but the space, right? Sure, I'd like that Regal Robot Tauntaun head for what, $7,500? That'd be great, but I'd have to get a huge space on the wall to dedicate to that. Plus, budgeting, how many Hot Toys or even statues for that price do I have to miss out on? So instead of getting several things throughout the year, I have to wait to, let's just say, the end of the year to get one piece. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be an art piece. It's going to be much more limited. Yeah, I get it. That goes with that, right? And the same thing could be said for more affordable statues, right? But the point is, the more you get that from get those from a budget perspective, the less Hot Toys you're getting. The thing with Hot Toys is, yeah, at the end of the day, it's just an action figure. But let's not let's not forget, it's like an exotic action figure as far as going back to car route, right? If you're going to use cars as a comparison, right? Like that is the top of the line of action figures. I don't think I've seen anything better than that. So it's a good compromise.
It's a good compromise. And Joe, I'm gonna go with you on this one. But first, you can answer this question. JC is asking, are you going to review the Nightmare Joker Flashpoint Doomsday Revealer?
Sunday. I will get it on Saturday. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I will review it. Yeah, about the statues. I mean, I prefer Hot Toys for variety. Hot Toys have much more variety, and for example, the line I like the most is the Batman line, and with Hot Toys I really can do the line, and I don't need a lot of display. My display can fit a lot, 6-8 figures without any problem per layer. With statues, you have the problem of the size, right? That's why now I pre-ordered the Catwoman, the 1/6 from Queen Studios, that I can pair with the Hot Toys, because it's same scale and she will fit well. And I'm going to with some statues 1/4 scale also, the Joker from Queen Studios, and from there I will see how the collection will evolve, because it's like the statue will always look good. A Hot Toys, if you don't know how to pose it, it can look pretty bad. And I'm not a good poser. Honestly.
Well,
I'm not a good poser.
and I think, and again, just let's be fair, and I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh, but how come you comparing Hot Toys with statues? There's two different animals. It is and it is not. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a collectible. It's like what you really like to collect. I agree with Joao. Hot Toys has a lot of options, so you can choose pretty much a bunch of different lines. I believe statues does too, but not in that amount, I will say. But the quality is amazing too. So
Sure.
right. So Anthony, what do you prefer? Do you prefer Hot Toys? Do you prefer statues? Both, or maybe one of each?
Yeah, in a perfect world, I think one of each would be great. Provided you have the money and you have the space. But I mean, I think they both like everybody's kind of already said, they both have their own pros and cons, right? I mean, like, for example, my quarter scale Vader, right, which is what right here. I love that Vader. One, just because he looks great, and you can argue, I have the other older quarter scale Vader, the premium format. That one also looks great as a statue, right? But being able to pose them however you want, I get bored easily, right? And I like to pose anyway. So it's kind of fun that you can, because I have a statue and it's static. It's always that position for life, right? And that's cool if that's what you like, but one of the good advantages of that, I think, is statues can pull off some crazy looking poses that figures cannot. So there's that, right? So you like some Spider-Man, for example, figures, statues look phenomenal. And I can never pose a Hot Toy like that. You just can't. It's just, there's, the limitations. So yeah, there's both, man. But I mean, I think if it came down to it, I would pick up a Hot Toy though first, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
But we can pair them together, right? If you have 1/6 scale statues, if it's a good one, you can pair together with Hot Toys.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have my Uncanny X-Force, actually this guy right here, but I have a 6 scale statue of this, and I have him out there with some of my Marvel figures, and he looks great with the Hot Toys. So I'll do that. Some 6 scale statues I don't mind picking up, just because I have more 6 scale in the game anyway, so it's kind of nice you can mix media like that and it looks pretty good. But otherwise, not Hot Toys.
Right, and shout out to my friend Eris from Six Car Cantina, who is in the house. He said, did the Hot Toys Wizard tell me Boba 2-pack releases December 11th and Fennec announced December 16th? You have to wonder. Hit the like button, baby. Sorry, bro. Hot Toys and statues are not toys, baby. It's a good point too. Because technically Hot Toys are toys, action figures, right? High-end action figures. Statues are more statues, But
yeah, like Desi was saying, it's more of that's your exotic, your high class toy. Let's be real. I mean, toy's in the name, right? I mean, it is a toy,
right.
But it's like the cream of the crop toy. So
yeah. And me personally, I mean, I really like statues, and as I said before, it is really difficult to get it for me because of the space. I have really no space. And other than that, I mean, I would love to get. Actually, I'm gonna get one statue, so I'm gonna do the unboxing review when it comes. I'm
Which
not gonna
one?
say which one it is.
Okay.
Well, it's a Joker. It's a Prime One Joker from Heath Ledger Joker. I'm gonna get that one. Because I love the character. I love the Joker, and Easy has been pushing me like freaking every day. Man, you should get two statues. Man, you should get two statues. And then Will comes also, start brainwashing me. So I have really good friends. I can't complain.
You should have a few just to compare.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, let me get 10 statues and then just
Yeah.
compare it and
Yeah,
and then
10, 20, it's okay,
yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine,
but if
you're
nothing
right.
else, it is a good balance because, like I said, I've got the quarter scale Vader statue and then the quarter scale hot toy Vader.
I
So it's
feel
kind of nice being able to look at them.
I feel like having different scales in your collection helps you appreciate the size or the detail in whichever one you have. You know that like I love my hot toys and I love my statues, and when I get a big statue, I really love that too. So
Yeah.
kind of goes all over.
Yeah, and let me ask you this question, Jorge. That setup is pretty cool that you have over there, man.
Thanks,
You
man.
made it yourself. That was customized. You made it
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
Somebody
we go to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge a lot, and then on one of the trips when I went in there, they finally opened up the Rise of the Resistance. So you walk through the whole Death Star thing. So while I'm in there, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, it'd be really cool if I could do this in the backdrop. That'd be awesome. So I come home and did the measurements and everything. I don't know a thing about carpentry or how to do this. At the time, I didn't know how to do it. So I told my wife this is what I was gonna do, and then she was like, "You're out of your damn mind. You're not handy at all." And I just determined. So it took me 4.5 months and a lot of work, and that's what happened. So
It looks very nice, man.
Looks-
it looks like
looks
you are in the
great.
Death Star right now.
Yeah,
First
that
of
looks
its own.
phenomenal.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you say hi to Moff Tarkin over there? Maybe he's waiting outside. You're my fire when ready.
right.
Where's the Death Star parked? And please don't blow up my house.
I know. Man. I could give you Anthony's address. Maybe that helps.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh God, man, I need insurance for that.
Oh God.
I ain't even worried about my safety, man. I'm worried about my
Your collectibles, right?
yeah.
I know,
Man,
so-
shit.
Well, everyone is still waiting for Ahsoka, still waiting for Pennywise. Hatos was like, you know what? Shut up, get this, and be happy with
Yes.
it. And I'm gonna be very honest with you, and I'm gonna start this one with Desi. When this figure was announced, I did a figure preview on this. I said, this is really not my thing, but it does look sick. It does
Yeah.
look sick.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm gonna do the review on this one. Just because I'm doing horror, reviews, guys. So this is gonna be blend perfectly, I think, because it's creepy.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna get the Captain America, the zombie cap or
I think I'm gonna do the line. I don't
nice?
know. I think I'm gonna do. Let's see how that comes. But I think I'm gonna do the line. But let me. You see, this is the thing, right? When you get a figure that you normally don't, you're not thinking of buying or getting, like this case, this one, and then when you get it, you're like, oh shoot, this one looks pretty good, and then you kind of start feeling like, oh, you know what? I want another figure now. I want the next one. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna get the same reaction to it. But Desi, I mean, this one looks pretty good, man.
This is a great looking figure. I mean, just look at it. The design is great. Look at all the components, the paint apps, everything about it is great. What is this? I don't think
I
I
don't know what it looks like.
This is
This is
cool
the
too.
head. This is the head. This is
Yeah,
the
his
head.
head pulls, zombie head
Wow.
pull.
Oh, it
Really?
comes off. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
great too.
That is
So
crazy.
that to my point, right? That's awesome too. So it just there's so many accessories and everything. It's great, and I love
Creepy.
horror too. To be honest, I've never really liked Marvel zombies. I didn't get. Well, I read the comic, the original, right? I didn't get why. I guess zombies were just popular with The Walking Dead at the time and whatnot. So they did this, right? So that's fine. But other than that, like the actual design is is awesome. I can see why people would love this.
Fabio says you should get Funko Pops. No thanks. No thanks. Jorge, what were you thoughts about this zombie Deadpool?
Not my thing. I'm not into horror so much. It is cool though. I like the zombie cap a little bit more, in my opinion. I just think because the cartoon got me. I love that series.
But
So,
aren't Disney doing a new show with this line, the zombies?
Yes,
they are.
Mhm.
Gotta wonder if they're
need
gonna
to
have
do a
Deadpool
Marvel
in it.
Zombies.
Oh, well, that's gonna be part of this then. There you go.
Possibly. It's weird. It's weird. You know. Well, I'll go ahead and let you go first.
Well, I mean, what I was gonna say is that I have. I mean, I'm not a fan, or I don't buy stuff that is what do you call it? That's for a TV show or a video game or something like that, but that has not been released yet. Just because I don't know if I have a connection to it yet.
You know what? I think maybe we can expand a little bit of connection because I have a question about that as well. So hold your thought on that one because I think that's gonna be interesting. And 4K Man 818 says, I think Hot Toys is for kids, statues for adults.
Spicy.
I don't agree with that.
Spicy.
Yeah, I wouldn't let any kids play with any Hot Toys.
Yeah, we neither. Unless you're super rich and you don't mind your 3-year-old playing with your Iron Man Mark 85, so your Wonder Woman, doesn't matter, right? If you're rich, you can just trash it. But yeah, it's a point, so we will respect that. Jamie Tan says, statues for me, I do have some Hot Toys pieces, but due to the material they use, I don't leave them in dynamic poses for too long. I like both, just slightly ahead is statues for me. It's a good point. Depending on the figure, I think, and the quality of the material, you can do some crazy poses. Yes, if you take the figure right off the packaging, you can do crazy poses, you can do your pictures and everything, but should you leave it in a crazy pose? I would probably say no, because most likely you might damage the body, the suit, something is going to get damaged, right? The statues, on the other hand, you get the pose, and that's exactly how you get it. You cannot move, you cannot change it. That's exactly how you get it. That's it, forever. I like both, to be honest with you, but depending on which character, I think. But that was a good point. Joao, what do you think about this zombie Deadpool? Are you excited about this? You gonna get this one or not?
I'm not going to get it, but I think it will look great for posing, for photos. I'm sure with the amount of accessories that it has. And if you are going to get it, I think you can pose it with Pennywise for a terror team. Because I don't know what was the price of this. If this was the 275 or 285, I don't know what was the price for this.
The price, yeah.
But it's not a line I'm going to. I have the normal Deadpool, and for me, I think it's enough for Deadpool in my collection.
Yeah, no, it is a good point, and I think because again, I have the horror line. I have the Jason, Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, Pennywise when it comes, hopefully soon. And then with the zombie line, it's kind of easy thing to get, right? Like you get your zombie line, kind of like gory type of figure. So, Anthony, I know you're gonna get 5 of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. See, this is why I love Hot Toys, because everybody I know is like, I don't want this shit. Like all these weird, obscure figures that come out, nobody likes except me, seemingly. I know there's a few of us out there, but one, I was always a fan of Marvel Zombies itself. I still have every issue. I got all mine signed in CGC. Like I'm Marvel Zombies, man, totally. So for me, this is a no-brainer. But not even bias aside, I mean, this is one of the reasons I got into collecting Hot Toys to begin with. Is not so much this one, is obviously this is new, but being able to appreciate the art and the innovation that gets into these characters. We don't get a lot of this these days, to be honest with you. We get a lot of the same old expected, troopers or Iron Mans. Not that I don't like them. I have them, obviously. It's just you lose that love for it after a while. You're just like, oh, I expect this. Okay, yeah, this is coming. This is coming. And then when you see something cool like this is so out of left field. I mean, this thing looks phenomenal, regardless if you don't want to buy it or not. I love the artwork they put in. It's like with the Venomized Iron Man that they're doing. for their secret base anniversary or whatever. That thing looks sick to me. You probably can't pose it worth a shit, but I love the creativity. That's what I fell in love with, the art of it. So for me, yeah, I'm getting this totally. I already paid off my Mysterio's Iron Man illusion, because that was the closest looking zombie Iron Man thus far. And I don't know about Zombie Cap yet. It's interesting because, like I said, this Deadpool's labeled Marvel Zombies, but it's comic Marvel Zombies. So I know they announced a Marvel Zombies show coming. I don't know if they're going to tie that in with the comic storyline, and if we're going to actually get a Zombie Cap and not the What If Zombie Cap, because that's different. Right. The Zombie Cap has like a crow eating it in his brain. Like he's so cool looking. So I don't know, but I'm all aboard anything Marvel Zombies.
This is a very good point. The Jedi Knights Watch says, "Why can you collect hatos and statues?"
I do.
You can collect both. You're right. So it's not like you have to prefer one or the other. Some people prefer one or the other. Some people prefer both. Some people like one of each. And basically the reason of that question is not like, which one is right or which one is wrong. Because in collecting, there's nothing right or wrong. Whatever you like is right. Period.
Yeah,
Whatever
absolutely.
you like.
Collect whatever you like.
You like.
I mean, that's the bottom line.
So maybe Cuervo says he's a 12-year-old with money, so maybe he's right. No, you're not 12 years old, are you? But
yeah, I mean, because as much as I love this figure, and I'll get it and I'll review it, and I'll probably, if as long as the figure's great, like quality wise, of course I'm gonna give this thing like top grade because I'm biased, right? But even then, like being so excited about something doesn't. If you don't like it, don't get it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what any of us say. It's all about like what you feel inside. Like if you connect to it. I always look at it like if something gets announced and you look at it, you walk away for a while, a couple days, weeks go by, and you notice yourself keep looking at that. Maybe you're like you keep thinking about that add to cart or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that you like.
True.
So now we're gonna expand a little bit of that what Jorge mentioned before. I'm gonna start with this question. So, what is your approach when it comes to collectibles? Like, some people like to collect pricey figures, regardless of whatever it is. Some of them like to collect something that has some type of nostalgia, some type of attachment to it, right? Something that you really want to have, right? So, when it comes to you personally, Jorge, what is your approach? Do you buy figures, statues, or whatever that is because of the nostalgia, or because you like to collect expensive stuff?
No, mostly it's about the connection I have with whatever I buy. It's all expensive to me. I mean, when I tell my wife that I'm dropping $400 on an action figure, she's like, "What the fuck?"
You're not the only one, so don't be you're not alone in this.
So yeah, it has to be something that I'm connected to if I'm gonna do it, even for the videos, because I mean, nobody wants to come watch a video and you're not excited about what you're talking about, right?
Right.
So yeah, you got to be excited about it, in my opinion, anyway.
That's a good point. What about you, Jesse? Maybe for all of us, it's gonna be more nostalgia based, right? But believe it or not, and again, there are collectors that like to collect everything, and nostalgia. Yes, of course, they have some attachments to it. Some of them because they like to complete the line, which is fine, which is fine. But what is your approach when it comes to collectibles? Like price, nostalgia, what is it?
So for me, I would say about 10 to 15% nostalgia and 85 to 90% looks and design. Like, how is this piece engineered? Like my first Hot Toys I always say was Chopper Predator from AVP, Alien vs. Predator.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that movie. I think it was terrible. Even though Alien is my favorite movie and I really like Predator, that AVP movie, like I hated it.
Yeah.
But I like the design. I've got one of the life-size Predator helmets right above me from that movie too. Again, I really like the designs in those movies. I just didn't like the movie. So none of them, I don't have any connection to any of the characters in that movie. But again, I like the design. So I always say I do like Predator, right? So I have that connection, but that's just 10%, where 90% was just how cool is that design. And that goes for anything, anything in my collection.
Fair point. Joe, for you, nostalgia.
For
price.
me, it's nostalgia and the quality of the collectible itself. Nostalgia, I mean, for example, I like to have in my collection Battle Damage Robocop with Murphy, because it's a movie that I remember and I connect with. I have the NECA, the turtles, the 1/4 scale, because I think even they are not expensive, but they look very good. I think it's the best work from NECA until now, the quarter scale turtles. I really like them a lot. But then, for example, I have some figures that I can tell you that I'm not very connected with. I'm not the biggest fan. For example, Hot Toys Yondu. I think it's a piece of art that they did with that figure. I think it's very good figure. Jack Sparrow DX15. I also like the figure for the quality that it has. Of course, I like the movies, but I like to collect also about the quality of the piece itself. For example, I can tell you many people don't like the Tuscan Rider from Hot Toys, but I have him posed together with the two sideshow Jawas, and I think it looks great because it takes me to the New Hope, and I have some nostalgia, and yeah, I think it's good, looks good. But many people don't like that figure. I think the Tuscan Rider looks good.
The new is a new one.
The new one, yes.
The latest one.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting on
The
mine.
latest one.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I did a review on that one. Very nice figure. Yes,
Yeah?
more weathering, but the look is really good.
When did
The
you guys
weathering.
get that? When did you guys get the Raider?
I'm 2 months ago around.
2 months ago. Okay.
Yeah, he
Really soon.
Overseas.
just for he lives in China.
Yeah.
Joao. So he gets. it
But
a
for
bit-
the
a bit
Tuscan
early.
Raider, Dente, for a Tuscan Raider, I teach you. You do a coffee, a small cup, and you just pour the coffee onto his clothing. You have the weathering done.
Hydro dip.
Yeah, you hydro dip. That's a good one. Anthony, what is your approach when it comes to collectibles? Do you buy mainly because of the price, the quality, nostalgia? What is it?
Well, I think I'm the opposite of Desi in that respect. I think it would be 85 if I was going to go that way with nostalgia and 15 of like the figure. And one only reason I mean it that way is it not in such a blanket statement, because I'm already assuming that if it's a hot toy that the quality's there, right? Because I'm very, very rarely let down with a hot toy release, regardless of the IP. Just the figure, the quality of the figure. So I already think the bar's set there for the most part in quality terms. Now that 15% I think is more like if it's something I'm not really into, but looks amazing. Like you were saying with the Jack Sparrow, that Jack Sparrow looks great. Not like the movies are cool, but I'm not that tied to it. But I would maybe add that to my collection at some point, just because it looks so great. That's that 15. The other, all that majority of that 85, I think it is nostalgia, because I don't think most of us would be collecting had we not known anything about these properties, right?
Right.
Because you're disconnected. You're like, I don't know what the hell this is. Like, why do I have this at my house? Right. Well, when you can go back and look at that and, be reminded of like the, New Hope era or something, there's your nostalgia tie-in. So yeah, I think it's mostly nostalgic things. If I'm really attached to that, that's what I want. And yeah, I mean, and trying to budget it is really the thing. You can't just go all balls out and like get everything. You just can't. You have to pick a lane.
Right. Good point too. In my case, I'm gonna say two ways, right? Obviously nostalgia, right? Nostalgia because, if you like something, for example, I love RoboCop when I was a kid, and I have to get RoboCop. I had it at one point, I sold it, I got it back because I love that particular character, right? Star Wars, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I try to get as much as I can in Star Wars. But one line in particular that I'm getting pretty much, and I said this many times, and I normally don't do this, but this particular line for The Mandalorian, I'm gonna get everything's out, simply because, to me, when I saw The Mandalorian for the first time, I got the connection. I cry like a little baby. I have my tissues next to me because I was crying so much. So it's just kind of like I feel the connection, right? And because, let's be honest, that helps Star Wars. Star Wars was going down like crazy, like it was going down after the sequels. We can have a debate of whether they were good, bad, or whatever, but it was an impact, and that's a fact. It was an impact in the community, right? But with The Mandalorian, the way they approached the show, the way they did it, it was like, wow, they can pull this off. They can make this better. And that's the connection I have. So that's why whatever the figure is for the Mandalorian line, I'm gonna get, just because my personal choice, right? Do I do the same thing for other lines? Of course not, because even though I like the characters that I'm getting, that doesn't mean I have like a connection that is gonna tell me I have to buy all the lines, every single character as I can. But it's my preferences. Now, not to say that if you collect everything is wrong either, because it is not. Because because it is what you like. So it is really different approaches. That's the word.
Yeah. Well, I think the Mandalorian's a good way because we all agree, right? For the most part, Mandalorian brought back Star Wars, and it's new, and that's whether you think about that or not. That's another incentive because there's a lot of times we do like to be completionists. You don't have to get every single thing out there, but because Mando's new, the line's new. I think most of us already have everything thus far from the line. So when the product is good, like for example the show, right? If the show's good,
Well,
no, I'm fine, bro. But I'm saying if the show's good, it was just unexpected, and the line is good, then you're incentivized to keep going on that line. Not only because you enjoy the property, but you now have not missed a release since. True. So you're like, nah, I don't want to miss that shit, even if it's, this figure from Mandalorian or whatever, and you're not like super, super into it, but you're already like, I love the show and I have every figure already. So you want to keep it going.
That's true.
At least I do.
And I want to say thank you to Ashley Chase for the $199 Australian dollars super sticker. Thank you so much for that. So it was a good, I think it was a good topic, right? Because a lot of people wants to know that. A lot of people wants to know, when it comes to collectibles, do you prefer this? Do you prefer that? Again, it's really not right or wrong question. All right, so let's move on to the next topic, guys. So, and this one here in particular, I'm going to start with my friend Joao, because he does third-party reviews, and I believe I saw his review and made me buy this figure here. Let me just show it to you if I can, because we have some ads now. I wanted to show you a video, but freaking thing, it's running ads. All right, 2 more seconds. Or actually 5 more seconds. All right. Let's see if I can just flash it.
You're on my channel?
No, it's on my channel, but I got it because of you. You brainwashed me like everyone else does.
Which one? Oh, Goblin.
You're getting ads on your own channel, huh?
Yeah. So we got, the Goblin, right? So come on, Goblin. All right. So it's gonna be reissued. Toy Zero decided to reissue this. And if you guys paying attention, like I did, and again, Joel shared this with me the other day, the Hot Toys post something on their official, I don't know, it's like a Reddit type of thing, asking collectors what do you prefer or which one would you like to take home, the Green Goblin, Doc Ock, or Electro. So I'm just gonna start with everyone and ask which one is your favorite, but I'm gonna start with Joao on this one. You did the review on this one. I did the review as well on this one.
Ock. I did a review of the Ock as well.
Of the Ock as well. So
yes,
I don't recall. I mean, you are more expert in third party than me, but this is the first time I think they reissued stuff, right? Or they've done it before. Maybe I'm wrong.
The Toys era they done before. They reissued the Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix also.
Oh, they did that one too. Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay. So
they
this is
also
something they
reissued that
normally
one.
do, or it's just because of the hype?
If the demand is high, they will reissue. If the demand is high, they will reissue.
So what does this mean for Hot Toys? Like,
I don't think it's a coincidence. Toys era announced they will reissue the 2, open pre-orders, and after 2 days, Hot Toys dropped this bomb on the Chinese Weibo, that is like the Twitter in China.
Mm-hmm.
They know that Toys era sold a lot of these Green Goblins and the Hawk, so they need to say something to the fans, right? because these pieces, especially the Hawk, is going here in the aftermarket for a very high price, more than double than it was when released. And you always Toys Era always have advantage, is that they are expecting to ship these on first quarter of 2000 of next year. If Hot Toys announce it now, you will wait at least 1 year and a half until they get out. But Hot Toys, I think they will make them. I don't know how many, but if they ask like this, I believe we will see at least a Green Goblin from Hot Toys. I believe and I hope. But you have this Goblin also. How Toys Era did the glider. The glider was amazing.
Yeah.
That piece they did, that piece of what they did there was an amazing job. But I think Hot Toys is going to do them. I think they will. Let's see next week. The movie screens next week in Hong Kong on the 15th. Let's see if they have anything prepared for that, or if they are going to delay. I think they should really step up and announce it as soon as possible. But it's like this is they need to do the glider, they need to do so many stuff. I think they still maybe in the designing stage. Maybe they have not everything ready to show. I'm not sure.
Anthony, what's your take on this one, the Green Goblin? Are you into third parties at all, or?
Yeah, I am. I actually wanted that Green Menace, but I didn't realize how quickly that thing sold. And the comic book version of the Green Goblin that you actually have right behind you. It's so. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind third parties. I have a couple. I have the Dark Spider, the Spider-Man Noir, and I have an Iceman or Frozen Man. So I don't mind third parties at all. I think them reissuing is a no-brainer, just because, as stated. I mean, these things sold a lot, and they're going for way overpriced. Now, Hot Toys does not want other people making money off of this, so naturally I see why they're coming out with it. I think the thing is, though, I think the outfit's going to be different in the movie, right? So whatever Hot Toys decides to make is going to look different than both of this Goblin and the Doc Ock. So there's still these are more definitive to the Sam Raimi trilogy. So whatever, so there's still a market for that,
It will always sell.
Right. And I think that the Hot Toys versions will be this new trail, you know what I mean? Exactly this from the movie accurate of this. So yeah, I think it's great for people who love the trilogy and they have an opportunity to grab these again. That's cool.
Jorge, what do you think? Do you collect Marvel at all, or?
I used to. I mean, I still have some. I still obviously I just picked up the Spider-Gwen. So I have a few Marvel pieces. Is Toy? I mean, I'm not familiar with Toys Era. Is that unlicensed? Is what you're saying when you say third party?
Yes, it is third party unlicensed figure. Yes, they don't own the license, so they just put it the Fiend. I think that's the name of the
Fiend.
The Fiend,
right? The name of the actual name of the figure.
I collect a lot of custom unlicensed statues. I have quite a few actually. This looks badass. I'll be honest.
Yes, it does look badass, right?
I like it a lot, man.
You see, the suit is kind of like a rubbery material. It can actually hold off pretty good poses, though. It's very articulation is excellent. You can do a lot of things.
How much do these retail for, like with the glider and all?
Like 200 something. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was 215 when we went out in the
it was relatively cheap
with the glider,
like this.
Yeah, with
the glider.
Wow,
the glider,
that's a great price.
Yeah, because remember they don't pay for license.
Yeah, I mean, but
and the glider's solid too, right?
The glider's solid.
The glider is amazing.
That's a really good,
Even the pistons at the bottom, you can see the all the intricates. It's very nice, very good, solid figure.
The glider, you can move it. You can see the hydraulic parts moving inside.
Really, man, that is.
And it's not like this one, the Green Menace. It's just a piece of plastic. There's nothing you can do with it. It's different.
Just flat, right?
Yes, it's just a plastic piece.
So, Desi, what are your closing points on this reissue Green Goblin?
I don't have it. It looks like a great piece, though, a great engineered product, right? I don't particularly like this Goblin design, Power Rangers villain kind of thing. But anyways, I know that's Uh, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum there. I do like the design in the new movie that you see in the poster, so I might consider that one. Yeah, this is cooler, and you see Willem Dafoe's face. I like him as an actor. So, but going back to the re-release there, I think it's a really well engineered product, and a lot of people love that design, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's a great price for it as well. So
Yeah.
No, it is, but you know, I mean, if Hades doesn't do this, we're gonna have a problem, man.
yeah, this
I'm
is
telling
cool.
you know.
Yeah.
Or if they don't do this, we're also gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
this-
because that with the red in it and everything looks really. I mean, can you imagine? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing, man. If Hot Toys can, because they don't do villains, man. They really don't. I mean, they
Well,
really don't.
we shared this information in the previous What's Next show that that they were to release 3 Spider-Mans, which we did, and they may not do villains, but now I think what Toys Era did maybe
Kinda
is
forced their
pushing
hand.
them. It's kind of pushes them. You know what? These guys cannot do it. Maybe I don't think they don't have a plan for this. I think they already know what they're gonna do. But maybe they were gonna say, you know what? Let's just do the good guys. Let's just do the Spider-Man, different variations, and then But villains sold,
Mhm.
and talking about the
They released the Mysterio though.
There
That's
is-
a bad looking figure, but I think
Right.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's
he's great.
amazing figure.
Right?
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
now that we are on the
Mysterio is
topic
amazing.
of no, it is amazing figure too. Now that we're on the topic of villains, so who is your favorite villain? So Jorge, who's your favorite villain?
Oh, Darth Vader, man. All day. I love Darth Vader. When I was a kid, it scared the shit out of me. That's why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, imagine when Star Wars came out, I was not even born when it first came out. But the first one I saw in the theater was Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back. My father brought home this tape, and you got this huge figure in all black and the heavy breathing. And my introduction to it is when Luke goes into the cave. So it was just very scary character for a 3 or 4-year-old watching Star Wars. And yeah, I was hooked right off the bat. I got a bust of Vader over there. I love Vader. It's great.
Oh, Vader is sick, man. That's one of my favorite characters too. Desi, who is your favorite villain?
Darth Vader.
No, I won't copy Jorge. Although I would probably have said that. So I'll go with Joker. I really like Joker.
Which one?
Even
Which Joker?
You mean movie wise?
Yeah.
Probably Heath Ledger, but I like them all, even Leto's. Yeah, I like Jack Nicholson. '89 Joker's one of my favorite.
That's
Hot Toys.
that's
Oh,
mine.
yeah.
That's mine. That's mine. You can.
Sorry.
Joe, which one is yours? Let me guess. Joker
It's-
from '89.
Jack Nicholson. It was the first Hot Toys that I bought. Was that one? When I bought that piece and I hold that piece in my hands, I was amazed, really.
Did you cry?
I spent a full. I didn't cry, but I spent a full afternoon because it's the first time you hold the Hot Toys, and especially that piece that they did so well. The head sculpt of Jack Nicholson for me is incredible. Is one of the best Hot Toys did until now. And I got the DX14 also, the Mime Joker. I think those two, until now, is my favorite villain, and is one of the best work from Hot Toys.
Correct.
Anthony.
Yeah,
Favorite
so
villain.
that threw me off, man. So are we talking Hot Toys?
No, anything, villain in
Oh,
general.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know, because with Hot Toys it would make, I get, because it's so broad, right? Because if I was just to pick something out of, comic era, it would be Magneto and Joker, just from comics, in that respect. But for Hot Toys, I don't know, because again, we don't have very many. Well, I got so many out there. I don't know. If I was to say like a hot toy, I would say Tarkin, because the sculpt is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It
you know.
is.
Really nice.
It is. For me, I have actually 3, right? Heath Ledger Joker, my favorite villain. I'm gonna agree with Jorge. Vader, obviously, Vader has to be if you're a Star Wars fan. But I also like Emperor Palpatine though, and that was one of my favorites
Oh, yeah,
actually.
he's great,
So
too.
I don't know if I will say Palpatine Vader, but they're pretty much almost same level, I will say. And the other one that I mean, based on the comics mainly, because when I was a kid, I was reading a lot of Batman comics. Not like a crazy into it, but some decent amount. Dark Side. and that's one of the figures that I would love Hot Toys to do. Dark Side. That would be
Prime
sick.
One.
I know Prime One has one.
Yeah,
that
that
Yeah,
looks
Prime One is
and they look
crazy
sick
good.
with this with the eyes, and that's another one that I'm kind of like, paying a closer look on that one. But Prime One didn't do Star Wars, right? Do you guys know
No.
why?
Prime One.
They don't have
no,
license.
They don't have the license.
Oh, licensing issues. Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
got
just because of-
XM and Sideshow. Sideshow holds the bulk of it.
Ah, okay. So now makes sense. So now makes
Plus, they
sense
would
why.
put everybody out of business.
True.
No, I mean, seriously, dude, if Prime 1 did Star Wars stuff, that would be like the go-to.
Oh, that would kill me if they did that.
Yeah,
I'm glad
right?
They
So
don't.
you-
1/3
you
scale.
know, yeah.
And I always wanted or the one that you have, the Vader bust from Sideshow.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm hoping for Queen Studios or Infinity to get the Star Wars license. So
With
that
a
I can get
silicone
their
face?
version. Yes. so
Oh,
I
of
can get-
Anakin. Oh, that'd be-
That's what I would love. Yeah.
oh, if they did that, I would sell this like that. I'd go
Yeah.
real quick and be like, put my pre-order money right now. Take my money.
I'm still hoping for it, but probably never happens. So we'll see.
Yeah.
So this is a bit different. It's a statue, and I was actually looking at it. I love the movies. Maybe I'm the only one, but I don't care. The Godzilla versus Kong. I actually enjoyed that movie. I think it was very interesting.
I liked it.
Obviously, not like an Oscar winner, like the best plot in the world, but it's entertaining.
Yeah.
And I did like this particular. What's his name?
Mega Godzilla.
Mega Godzilla. I mean, this is a Prime One, and I was looking at the detail. It looks pretty sick, man. It
What's the
looks pretty
scale?
sick. I don't know.
This should be 1/4, no?
This should be
One
either
quarter scale.
1/4 or 1/3. One of
They're
those two.
big.
They're huge.
Okay.
They did also a bust for the Kong. I'm
I
like,
saw those.
that's going for $3,000 something. It's just insane, but the quality is amazing, man.
So the guy that comes, my friend who comes on the channel with us, Statue Fanatic, he got the diorama that has the Kong versus Godzilla with the city and everything.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That
Really?
thing
I
saw
looks
that
so
one.
crazy, but
Oh
one
my
looks so-
god. Yeah, that's his. That he told me that's his budget for like the year. He
dude,
put it all
like,
on that
yeah.
one.
How big is that? Like that's a commitment space wise.
It is. It's massive. I think we were measuring it out. It's like bigger than a dining room table. You know.
Okay.
So
Holy moly, guacamole! So somebody
Yeah.
said something here.
You have to really love Godzilla.
right.
And
I mean,
know.
that's a commitment. That's a commitment.
Well, he has a
hell,
massive
even those
collection
statues.
Of yeah. He has a massive collection of the movie monsters. So
Okay,
that's
and
his
yeah,
thing.
it's all
yeah,
themed and yeah.
yeah.
The movie was good though.
I liked it.
I liked.
yeah.
I loved it.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's fun. It's fun.
Is it?
So DC Marvel United says, why can companies share licenses? Sony and Disney doing it with Spider-Man. Who wants to go first? That's a good question, actually.
Oh, it is.
Anthony, you
Business.
go first.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Okay, I didn't hear. Sorry. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert on it, but it all has to come down to money. I mean, it's all about negotiations. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the bottom dollar. So, some people will pay for the exclusive rights, for example. So you have, and they do this stuff all the time with video games. Like some company will pay X amount of dollars and say, okay, we have this for 1 year. It's exclusive to, let's say PlayStation or something. And, consoles and PC won't get it till a year later. And it's because this company comes out and says, well, we're going to give you this much money. They make an offer you can't refuse. It's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, and I think Fabi is right. Says Dante's favorite villain is Elmer Fudd. Yeah, right. It is my favorite. How do you know, man? This guy. But thanks for the $5, my friend. You can make it more next time. Just make something funny and just give me more money.
Yeah.
Joao.
Yeah, I think it's really has to do with money. And if you see why everyone now is doing the Dark Knight trilogy,
My God.
it's
they
because it's the license that you can get. I think it's the more affordable license at this moment. That's why everyone is doing it, and because also sell, right? I know, for example, that there was a third-party company that tried to get license to do comics for Marvel, and they tried to contact them, but the price they asked for license, they said, we will never have this budget, not even in 20 years. It's impossible for us with a small factory with a team of 6 designers to have budget for this. So it's all has to do with the budget and with how much you will are willing to spend on a license, because when you pay the license you need to make sure that the product you will do, that it will sell well, because if it doesn't sell, then you got a big problem in your hands.
That's a good point too. Desi, what are your thoughts about this?
Yeah, and the problem you were mentioning is known as bankruptcy. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, but the answer is yeah, it's whatever Anthony and it's what everybody's been saying. It's money, right? Ultimately, it's money. Yes, there are other factors like exposure. Sometimes the license holder will go to a company that is well known just because of the name. They want their license made only by this well-known company. But at the end of the day, it's money. Even if a third-party company comes up and somehow magically says, we'll pay you 4 times more than this other well-known company, the license holder will go to the third-party company. But that's unusual, right? Because of the money issues. So at the end of the day, money.
Jorge?
It's money. But I mean, it's also that some of these companies have gotten in there much earlier than others. Like Sideshow, for example, was around when possibly getting these licenses didn't cost as much because it wasn't as popular. And then my gut feeling is with some of these companies, and that they get these ironclad deals that they get that license exclusive, and they hoard the hell out of it, and they won't give it up to anybody else, even if they are making a good product.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what Surfer Rosa says. Hot Toys is known for hoarding licenses, so other companies can acquire them. It is possible, I mean, we don't know, but it could be. We don't know, but definitely we need more more options out there. Especially when it comes to certain characters. I feel like we're limited to see the Spider-Mans, limited to see the Iron Mans. But there are other characters as well. And let me tell you.
But there's also a question, Dante. For example, Hot Toys have the license for, let's say, a Marvel movie, right? How much does Marvel can push Hot Toys to release a figure that they want to be released and is not Hot Toys' choice, but is the licensee's choice for having a figure? We also don't know what goes behind these contracts. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's Marvel said, you need to push out all the Spider-Mans we want.
Right.
And Hot Toys will have to do them.
Right, that's a good point, because they have expectations, they have goals to achieve, right? They said, okay, if you're gonna do this, I want to see this Iron Man, this Spider-Man, this, that, and then at the bottom of the list is your Pennywise. So
exactly,
that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
We don't know what's going behind doors, right?
No, we don't know what's going behind us, but what we do know is that this beautiful figure, Ahsoka, well, we have to speak to her every time, because it is our job to speak about her. So she's shipping December, so she's gonna be released anytime now. We were told that this figure is gonna release on the 17th, December 17th. Whether that's gonna happen or not. But the good news is that she will not be alone. So she's gonna come with this guy here, and we spoke about this many times. He's gonna come with Darth Maul, right?
I'm gonna get hit with both of those.
Yes, and also we're gonna see this guy.
Nice.
Battle damage, Mercury 5. But the ones that are gonna come probably next week is gonna be this one here, Batgirl, right? And this one here. Loads. If it loads, it loads. So we should see those guys coming sooner rather than later. So I can wait. I'm honestly waiting for Pennywise. I want Pennywise to be released now. And the good news is that we're probably going to see Pennywise. Because, let me see if I can pull it here.
Just now you were showing Darth Maul. Did Hot Toys ever announce the Savage Opress or no?
No, not in the Hot Toys. I haven't seen it.
Not yet.
Man, I would like to have. I would like to have that one.
You know who I'd like to have is Grandma
Grandma Tarkin?
No, it's not Tarkin. I got Grandma Tarkin. I always get
Gideon?
mixed up. Thrawn. I was gonna say Thrawn.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
If they release a Thrawn, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
And this is Anthony's favorite.
Yeah.
Pennywise. I can wait. I can
See,
wait.
he's,
It's expected to ship in this month, so that means it's anytime. Anytime. So we just gonna need to wait patiently because it's gonna happen.
You're going to get it, right?
I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna get actually
I-
2 of this.
This figure will go up in the aftermarket a lot. I'm telling you, the quality is very low, and everyone will want one after 1 year.
Oh yeah, they definitely
Because
gonna
the
make a lot
quality,
of money
the
for
quality they will push off this will be very good. You will
very
see.
good. And the amount of accessories too. We have hands. We have the balloon,
So
the hands,
much,
2 head
yeah.
sculpts.
I'm getting
You
this
know,
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, this
I'm
is
not getting this. I had Jason and Freddy Krueger, and my daughter asked me please to take them out of the room.
Yeah.
So this is
My kids would freak
a big
out.
no for me.
yeah. So this is definitely one of the figures that I can wait and really hope. And then yes, and we're gonna go live with Will Foxification because that's what we discuss. As soon as this guy is released, we're gonna have a live stream. No matter what day it is, we're gonna have a live stream. Even
It
if
comes with 2 head
it's
sculpts,
gonna be-
right?
It comes with 2 head sculpts, yes. With the one with the mouth
But-
open.
This is not a DX, right? It's
it's a regular
movie
one.
masterpiece.
Regular one. Yeah.
It should be a
Oh, this
DX,
or-
especially with
yeah.
with the eyes pointing in different directions. And you figure
I know, right? I mean, there's no like a per system. It's just that the way it was sculpted, you know. So, all right. So let's just the last question for the night, and this is this is something that we were talking behind the scenes. So, what is your financial game plan when it comes to buying figures or statues? Like, do you have a budget for it? Obviously, do sometimes they don't. Some people they just buy stuff, But what is your financial plan? I'm gonna start with Jorge on this one because he does collect statues and hot toys, pretty much expensive stuff. So, what is your approach to this? What would you say to new collectors to plan for figures?
Pick one. Don't buy as much as I do. For real, man. If I go down so many holes that I feel like I'm on a sinking ship always. It's like, it's crazy. I would say, yeah, definitely form a budget. I try not to spend over like my current budget. Around $10,000 a year is usually what I give myself for playing with this kind of stuff. And if I buy, like say I want to buy something for a review, I definitely will buy it. But then I know that's for a review and not something that I'm gonna keep. And that's how I do it for the channel anyway.
Right.
But for the stuff that I keep for myself, I try to budget myself, so much, and I don't go above that. And if I do, then something's got to go to make space for that one. It's usually how I keep myself going.
Fair enough. Jesse, what's your game plan?
So I have a very stringent kind of budget where when I start running out of money, I go to Vegas, and that always works.
Well, you're very lucky actually. You won $100,000 the other day when you went to Vegas.
300.
300,000,
But don't tell anybody.
300
I'm
what
not.
the?
We're not live, right?
What?
No, we're not.
No.
Yo, man.
So no,
Share
in,
the
in
wealth. Everybody.
300,000.
so in reality, no, I don't. I mean, I honestly don't spend that much a year. But no matter what, a game plan that you should always have is create a spreadsheet, especially if you're doing payment plans. And if you're doing payment plans, try to make your own payment plan. I think Dante, you've mentioned it before. Create your own bank account, put the money there. That's just you can do whatever you want, right?
Right,
In my opinion, create a bank account, create your own payment plan, put the money there, keep track of everything with a spreadsheet or a Google sheet, whatever. Very important because sometimes it looks like you're not spending that much, especially if you have a payment plan, but you are. So create that. And also try not, I would say try not to collect, curate, right? Make sure your display looks good. If you're not interested in a piece anymore, sell it, right? Somebody else will be interested. And then that funds your next purchase. So
That's a good point. And Ashley Chase, thank you so much for the 7.99. She says I can wait for 85 battle damage. And let me tell you, you're not the only one. A lot of people waiting for that one. That's the ultimate Iron Man figure. But thank you so much for the 7.99 bomb. Joao, what is your game plan when it comes to buying figures?
Okay, I
statues?
have two. I have two budgets. One budget is the budget for the figures I collect, mainly hot toys and now with statues. And that budget here, as we were talking before, there is no payment plan. When I pre-order, I need to pay in full whatever I want. I need to pay in full, and there is no is non-refundable. When the figure go out, I receive, and then I can sell if I want, or I can keep. But for third parties, I have a budget that I keep rotating. Everything you see here in the back, maybe next week will be gone and we'll have other ones replacing, because I use the third parties for my channel. I buy, and then most of them I sell them, because I will not keep everything. If not, I will only have third parties in my collection. But one thing I want to say is that you don't need to collect every movie or every TV show that you watch and you like. Because sometimes as collectors, you watch a TV show, you see 1-2 episodes and you say, I want this one, I'm going to pre-order. And if I don't like, then I can sell. But when you sell, you need to think about shipping fees, eBay fees. Sometimes you lose along the way. You will not even recover the money you paid.
Yeah.
So I agree with what Desi was saying, that it's more about curating and not collecting. Every week I sit here I have a sofa here in my front, and my display is in you cannot see. I sit and I look at my display and I think, is everything okay? Yeah, if it's some figures sometimes that I really don't care much, I don't have problem to sell and replace it with other one. But I'm very specific about what I collect. I don't buy everything. I really like to have my display, and I feel good about what I have in my front. I don't collect just for hype or just to to any, or just because I like, and I really need to like a figure for me to get it.
Right. And Anthony, you have the last word on this one. What is your plan when it comes to buying figures or statues or anything in general?
Well, I kind of agree with everybody here at the same point. Spreadsheet's very important. You know, sometimes, I mean, we live in the age nowadays where everything, whether computers or phones, it's so easy to organize and keep track of your finances in any endeavor. So you just have to take a moment out of your day and really like plan out what you want to do. And like we're saying, curate. I mean, there are things, some things I get rid of, you know, after a while, because you do, like you said, you sit down, you look at it, you're like, is this really, you know,
Yeah.
does this warrant the shelf presence for me like every day, you know? And if it doesn't, if I've lost that, then it's out the door, essentially. And always budget, man. Make sure that you're covering yourself first. Remember, this is a hobby. This isn't a need. This is a want, just like any other thing in life. So you want to make sure that you're budgeting accordingly. And like Desi was saying, like payment plans, it doesn't seem like much, right? You know, but it is. It's the same amount. And before you know it, you can be overwhelmed. Like I don't pre-order anything, period. Especially Hot Toys, because it's like, you know, it's a year and a half.
Yeah.
I'll come back in a year. Why am I giving this company my money right now, where I can have my money make money for me in the meantime? And
True.
on top of it, if I come back a year later, do I still have that same, you know, want for that figure? Maybe not, right? You know, maybe not. So I know a lot of people do that. They're just like, oh, this just came out. I got to pre-order it right now. Why? You got a year and a half, bro. Like, so
yeah, with Hot Toys,
keep
that
that
happens.
in mind. Yeah,
Statues,
huge.
it doesn't happen. Statues, like depending on what
Yeah,
you're
statues
buying.
is different.
It's
Yeah,
different.
it really
right.
is.
But in the Hot Toy game,
Yeah.
that's, you know, that's a huge, you know, bane for the company.
Like there's
It's
like
you know, year and a
there's a-
half.
there's a custom statue company that I collect from, that their pieces sell out the day they release it. So, and they give you like a week to come up with the thought that you're gonna want to buy this, and that is really hard.
Yeah, that's a stressful
Yeah.
hobby. You're like, oh shit, I really need to drop like $2,000 right now.
Exactly, man.
You know?
Because I'm never I like to collect props also, and I've been getting more into 3D printing and building some props. So I'm kind of shifting in that direction. And they came out with the droid, the escape pod from A New Hope. You know that R2 and C-3PO crash landed.
The KFC bucket.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So they came out with that, and I was like, boom, want that because it's gonna sell out, and I know that I want it. So then
Right.
a week and a half later, they drop Vader's ship, and I'm looking at the TIE Advance, and I'm like, damn, and it's studio scale, it's badass. I'm like, okay, ordered it, right? A few weeks later, they released something else. I was like, okay, no, I can't do it no more. I gotta wait.
Now it's the probe droid, right?
Now it's the probe droid, right?
Yeah. So
Right.
It's all of you guys made a really good point. Before I go with the super chat, so what I always say, right? Have a plan. If payment plans works for you, good. If you want to invest your money and get something else, and in the meantime, while you're waiting for the actual figure to release, you can make some money back, do that as well. So you need to be smart how you spend your money, right? We
Yeah.
as content creators, as YouTubers and reviewers, we're gonna like pretty much everything we have, because the reality is that if you get a Hot Toys, if you get a figure that is expensive, chances are the quality is there. So if the quality is there, obviously you're gonna lean more towards liking the figure than disliking it, right? So that's one thing. Also, don't get in the fear of missing, because some people have that fear of missing out, the FOMO thing, that because a figure is about to go waitlisted, or a figure is about to low stock remain, whatever, people start jumping to it just because they just want to buy it, because they want to get that figure, not
Right.
that they didn't want it in the first place. So if you didn't want the figure in the first place, you don't want it now either. So eventually you're gonna get the figure, you're gonna put more debt to you, right? If you don't budget for that one, and then you're gonna be saying, "Shit, I shouldn't got this one, right?" But there's always a but for this. If you buy the figure knowing that it's going low stock, and then you flip it to make more money, that's a good investment. But you need to have that vision, and you need to kind of like know what you're getting into, right? Some people like to spend money, some people like to spend money to make money. So, and it's a
Yeah.
fair game as well. So anything that works for you is valid. Get a budget, have a spreadsheet if you can. I personally don't like payment plans, and I mentioned this many times why I personally don't like payment plans, but it's just me. Yours, if it's working for you, then you don't have to change anything. I think the purpose of this show in general, the Between Collectors, is to share what we know, what we learned for the past few years collecting, and just gonna give our perspective, right? Because we're not perfect. If you think that we never make any mistake, you're wrong. We made so many
Oh, I
mistakes.
put myself in the hole, man.
I
Straight
was in the
up.
hole. Pretty much
Like,
everyone here, almost everyone was in the hole at one point, but we learn from the mistakes, and that's what it makes this, a fun hobby, right? To share what you know, and make sure that other people don't make the mistakes.
yeah,
And
not everything's FOMO like that,
not everything is
to your
FOMO,
point.
yes. And Aspen, thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone showed the T-wear, and now with the standard full screen. All right, I'm gonna show you my T-shirt here, Marble. So Anthony, you're next.
Well, I mean, I'm just wearing Wolverine Classic, so
Yeah. What do you have? A T-shirt. Oh, you have a Hot Toys. He was for Hot Toys. that's why
Not
he's wearing
Hot
it.
Toys.
Not
This is not
Toys.
Hot Toys.
Oh, not
I
Toys.
changed.
Oh shoot.
I changed.
I love that.
That's
not
Toys.
toys.
Ah,
I like it.
Look at that.
I like it.
It's good.
See Jorge.
The Medina Lorian
The Medinalorian.
Medina Lorian.
microphone.
Zero Foxtrot. Check them out.
Oh, I like
Fire.
that. I like that
look at
company.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's basically it for you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. So, Anthony, what's going on at Cisco Mafia?
Well, a couple of Exo 6 things in the works, and I think we'll be doing a stream next week. I don't know. You guys are more than welcome. If I just don't know what I'm doing yet with it. I've been working on a lot of editing, man. Doing a lot of intros and videos and all sorts of stuff. So I haven't done a lot as much as I should be doing, especially now with the holidays coming. I need to do some reviews, but I'm kind of slacking on that one, so we'll have to stay tuned on that. But more stuff's coming.
Awesome, awesome. Joe, what's going on at third-party reviews?
I will be reviewing the Joker, the Flashpoint one, the Jared Leto, now this weekend, and then Proxima Midnight from Infamous
I want that one
as
too.
well. Will be arriving next week.
Oh, is she? Oh, wow. I'm gonna get
Will
that
be
one.
arriving next week. Yeah, he's releasing next week.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
That's what's coming. What's coming up?
Desi, what's going on with Metamorphic Customs? Where can we find you for amazing dioramas?
Check out the Instagram, my Instagram page. I don't have a YouTube channel yet, but check out the Instagram page. New dioramas coming out later this month and next month, and it's at Metamorphic Customs at Instagram. Just Google it; you can find it.
He's a well-known guy. And Jorge, first time in the show. Thank you so much for being with us, my friend. It was a pleasure having you here.
Thanks.
We
for having
love
me.
your collection. We love your channel. What's going on at the Hyperdrive?
Friday, I'm going to be doing a review on a new lightsaber that I just got in. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then we'll see what happens next. I'm going to Disney this weekend, so I'm going to try to hit up Galaxy's Edge. I'm thinking about doing a live stream from Galaxy's Edge, so that may happen.
Oh,
we'll see.
oh wow, that's nice. I'm kind of jealous because you live so close by. We have to travel, and with the beautiful weather here in New York, with the 35-degree weather, so can't complain. For me, what's going on? So we're gonna have a live stream this Friday at it's 9 or 8:30. 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Stay tuned for the panel announcement. We're gonna have I'm working on a video for you guys related to Spider-Man World. So stay tuned for that one because Anthony helped me out on this one. So hopefully you guys like it. It's coming very, very soon. Definitely before the movie drops. So stay tuned for that. The unboxing review of the Zombie Deadpool is coming. Unboxing review of the one quarter scale Mando is coming as well. Probably the weekend because FedEx just decided to delay my shipment. So thank you, FedEx, for that. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. And that's it. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Yeah.